When I start to talk about God, you will need to know the man I speak so highly of. That man can change your life from zero to hero in no time.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Ify. I'm from Nigeria, but currently I'm based here in Canada. So I talk about everything regarding Canada immigration news and update, as well as my life here in Canada, and I also share some tips how you'll be able to settle yourself fully in Canada without stress. So if you are interested about immigrating to Canada, I will urge you to just hit that subscription button, subscribe to my channels, and then hit the notification bell so that you will get notified each time I drop a new video. So this particular video is regarding how I was able to talk to my employer to get a raise within 5 months of working with them. What actually prompted this video was because I saw a post in, I think, Nigeria and Canada with so many other content creators, how Nigerians are reporting their fellow Nigerians in their workplace and they are getting sacked as a result. I didn't really comment on that video because I said, okay, I will rather do a video about it and then share my thoughts, and I will also see what people feel about that. Okay, so if you're really interested about it, I will encourage you to watch to the end. So I got hired, and that's where I'm working recently, but I'm not even up to 5 months. Usually before I started working, my employer said I will have 6 months. 6 months will be, I'll be under probation for 6 months, and then they will review my performance and all that before they will take the next step. So what I actually did was, one thing with me is when I'm working, I bring out my heart to work. So this is not about me trying to impress my employer or anything. No, people that know me back in Nigeria, they know that once I'm doing something, I do it in a professional way, and I also bring out my heart to do that thing to the end. So this is actually what I'm just used to. And I'm also a good team player. I always try to talk to my colleagues and try to tell them, okay, this is what I want, this is not, a good communication, right? In a professional way. Okay, so I brought that attitude down in Canada. This is actually my second job I got here in Canada. So usually I have some seniors, my senior colleagues in the office. Of course, they started before me, so sometimes my job is based on schedules. If you've been watching my previous videos or my posts, you will know that I work under the healthcare, so they are schedulers, right? So usually what I do is, when there is a challenge or anything, I try to communicate in a very professional manner and all that, and I never have a problem with any of my colleagues till now. So, and another thing I was doing too, I was also researching for if I'll be able to see another company that at least they will pay me higher than what I'm currently, or what I was receiving. So I always check Indeed to see the recent trending in salary and all that. So fortunately for me, I was able to get an employer. I got interviewed. No, before the interview, they have stages of different interview. So I got an email from another employer stating the fact that I'm qualified to the next stage, and they would like to book a phone interview with me, which I granted. So, and that was July or August, if I'm not mistaken. I started my recent work May, so I got that June or July, if I'm not mistaken. So I got phone interview and they actually offered me the job with a little bit of higher, like, is it $1 difference? I can't remember, but it was a little bit higher than what I used to earn. So I thought to myself, let me not just like quit the one that I'm currently doing since I just barely started, so that at least I can build up my resume. Once seeing my resume, we not think that, oh, you only work for this company for 2 months and then you're quitting. How am I sure that when the other company employs me, and I'll be able to stay in that job and all that? So I don't want to have that notion in my resume. So I just decided to like reject the offer. I didn't call them back though, but I just told the HRO during the phone interview that the salary they are offering is the same thing with what I'm currently receiving, so I'm not going ahead with it. So that was how I just ignored that. So I started working subsequently, and then I put in my best. In fact, I saw that I was actually an asset to my recent employer. Like, the way I'm barely 5 months, and then they asked me to like train the new employees. Even some of them, they actually came almost same time with me in some medical things. So I was like, that means for me to be for them to be telling me that I need to train these other people, that means I'm really doing well and I'm having good reviews from our clients. So I said, okay, I will train them. When they tell me to do something, I will do it in a professional way at least. Then the one I can't do, I will say professionally that this is why I can't do it. And then when they send email for some notifications and all that, I ensure that I always respond, because during our in-between meetings, I think there are some people, they don't respond to their mails or acknowledge mails or messages. But this is what someone that worked in the bank before, so I'm used to like responding to emails and messages. So I didn't even see anything big deal in doing that. So I kept on going, and then I was like, why don't I just renegotiate my salary? If the other employer, that is, I was already like 5 months in the job, I'm like, why don't I just renegotiate this salary and see what the employer has to say? And note that before I even went to the HRO, there's this colleague of mine, she's my senior colleague. I told her about my situation, and she too, I can see that she really loves me, because to her, I communicate a lot, and that's one thing that they like a good team player. I communicate a lot, and if I can't do something, I communicate as well in a very professional manner. So she says she really likes me for that. So she now encouraged me that, yeah, that I can talk to the HRO, that if I can, I should be able to talk to her, and she might consider that as well, knowing fully well that I've been like doing exceptionally very well in the job and all that. So I said, okay. So she was one of the people that even like encouraged me to go ahead and talk to my employer. So I sent an email, of course, well, not really detailed, like a professional email. I said in the subject, I just wrote call requests, like I'm requesting for a call from her. So I now wrote email and then sent to her, which she eventually she replied the email and then booked a date for us to speak, because I needed to tell her my mind. So she booked, and then we did a Google Meet, that's a video call. I expressed how I feel. I expressed the fact that this job is really like giving me much more experience that I even imagined. And I also told her that what I have learned so far in the job, and how I really want to continue working with the job. So I gave her all the details about so far, what and how well I've been relating with my fellow colleagues and all that. You know what, before you go into something, what you need first of all need to like tell your employer, this is what I like about the job. Like, say something, your experience so far. Don't just like jump into like, I need a salary raise or something. So after doing all that, talking, I said I had to let her know that there was an employer that actually gave me a job offer that is higher, but I didn't want to like leave working with you guys, because I really like working in this company. Like, I gave her reasons why I needed a raise. So she told me, okay. She was so calm. Like, I think the other of my colleague actually mentioned something to her. So from her facial expression, it didn't look like it was a shock or something. So the only thing she did was she praised me for my effort, and that's one thing I so much love to about her. She praised me, and she also like said she has been hearing good things about me and the efforts that I've been putting in the company as well. So like, that really like gingered me. I say, okay, that means, you know, what I'm saying is not a lie, right? Meaning I've been doing so much for the company already, so of course I deserve the raise. So she now said, okay, what the only thing she asked was if I'm able to get that email. You see why evidence is very important, and it's a good thing that I did not delete that email. That was how I started scrolling and praying to God, oh my God, I hope I have not deleted this email. I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled. I eventually saw the email, the name of the company that gave me that job offer and all that, and that was July. So I now showed it to her. This is actually the email. She said, okay, no problem, and that she will get back to me. In my mind, it was like bing. This thing I'm saying, it took like an hour, like to raise salary. No, it's not just but because you need to know the person. Even though I'm the owner of the business, I should know why I need to raise your salary, right? Why, what you're bringing to the company, are you doing so well? And the fact that this person is still under probation. Why? Where is that nerve coming from to raise salary? So the next meeting day, I think she booked another meeting that was 2 or 3 days later. And guess what, guys? Like, it was so exciting when she opened the video call. She was just iffy. Oh my God, that she has had so much like good recommendation from me, like from other of my colleagues, that she has. In fact, all of them said so much good things about me, how I don't call in sick, that I've never called in sick and all that. Like, I do my job diligently, and then they're even looking forward to in fact, let me not say that in this video, that should be later on. After raise your salary by $3, I'm like, oh my God. And guys, that is way higher than what the other employers actually offered me. When I heard by $3, I said, oh my God. And it's not just that. She said another interesting thing. In fact, I know that interesting thing is just to like keep me in the company, so that I will not be like looking elsewhere. So that I will be looking forward to that thing, you know. So I was like, oh my God. I thank her, and I promise to always like do everything I can. Of course I can, not against me dying or something. And I do everything I can in order to always move the company forward. I gave my normal speech and all that. And at the end, of course, I also sent an appreciation message through email as well. So that's one thing that is very, very important as well, to say a thankful and appreciation message. So that's it, guys. What brought about this story was like I said earlier, the messages I saw on Instagram, some social media, how some Nigerians can report their fellow Nigerians and then the employer will sack them. Now, my take in this is, I don't think if you're doing your job diligently, if you're working, you are an asset to your company, I don't think anybody reporting you will make your employer to sack you when they know that you are actually doing the job well. In fact, they should be questioning the person that came to report you. It might be, they might even suspect that, are you sure it's not out of jealousy that you're reporting this person? But when someone reports you and they are actually saying that, oh, everything they are saying is what they are saying, you are not doing your job well, don't forget that Canada, majority of the work here is hourly pay. Which employers will just be happy seeing you sitting and not carrying the job that you are being employed to do? So when I saw that post, in my mind, I said, if the person they are reporting is actually doing the job well and doing it right, like you don't even need to like impress, but the job that you were delegated to do, you are actually doing it right, and you are having, in fact, you are an asset to the company, I don't think the employer will even sack you. So nobody, my take is, nobody can make anybody to sack somebody, if that makes sense. Like, if somebody comes to report me, like I said, because and the employer is seeing what I'm doing, and the employer will say, okay, because this person is reporting me, I will be sacked. And when the employer knows that I'm an asset, I'm doing my work very well, there is proof to show all that. So I don't think that if the person is doing their job well, I don't think the sack will happen, except the person is not actually doing their job well. You know, back in Nigeria, we can do this laissez-faire kind of thing. You can come, whether you do the work or you don't do the work, at the end of the month you get paid. But here in Canada, it's an hourly pay thing. So even though, and one thing with employers here, they will just be pretending like they are not seeing what you're doing. Whether you're doing good or you're doing bad, they will just keep quiet. In fact, they will be smiling on your face. That's one thing I observe here. You will see them smiling. Whether it's good, you're doing rubbish, they will just be smiling. But when they make their decision, that's why you will be like, oh my God. So all these things that I've been doing, they actually know, but they are smiling on my face. So guys, if you're working, I'm not saying work to impress or to kill. No, just be yourself. Just carry out your duties. Work with your whole heart, no matter how small the salary is. And always check Indeed or any job platform to know the level of salary you ought to be earning, and shoot your shots. Check if just apply to those job openings and see if you will get hired. That's why don't just like feel comfortable with where you are. No, don't just feel comfortable. As you're working, be exploring for more jobs, so that you will know your worth. You know, oh, this is my worth. This is what I am supposed to be receiving. So that when you talk to your employer and you know you are doing well, you're doing great in your job, you are a great asset to the company, the employer will even increase your salary. So guys, that's my take. Please guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I know that I've not been doing so well in posting YouTube. I've been posting short, but I'll bring out more time. Today is actually my off day, and I'll be bringing out more time to be posting good content. So guys, I encourage you all to subscribe to my button, subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to hit that notification bell icon. Okay, when you click on that notification bell icon, it tells you when I upload a new video. That is the essence of that bell. Just hit that bell. Okay, thank you guys for watching.